What's up, guys? Today, in this beautiful holiday season, we have a healthy, warming, golden soup for you. So I know it is a little chilly in some places. It's not that chilly in Florida, but we have a nice warming soup to warm you guys up, and it's beautiful. It is a bright yellow golden color. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have introduced myself. I'm Coach Grace.
I'm Coach Sam, and I'm going to start talking a little bit about the ingredients while Grace starts our pot, getting it all heated up. So, first one we have is an onion, and we are going to chop up this onion into small bite-sized cubes, dicing it up. And then another ingredient we have over here is a head of cauliflower. We have a cup of cashews. I have already got the head of cauliflower nice and warmed up. You can buy the frozen kind, you can buy a fresh one, and just put it in the oven a little bit so you can get it nice and soft. So it doesn't take as long to get soft in the soup.
And just so you guys know, I put in about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil in the pot that we have on the stove. It is on low. It is heating up for us while Sam goes through some of these amazing ingredients. So that you can have in the background while you're prepping the other ingredients.
Yep. Next we have our garlic. It is 2 cloves of garlic. Do you have a fun fact about garlic, Chris?
I didn't have a fun fact about garlic, but I did have a couple facts for you about cashews as well as some turmeric. So the turmeric, which makes this the golden color, is actually one of our meta influencers, and it helps aid in digestion, and it's a super amazing ingredient. So that is the superfood of this entire recipe. The cashews will help keep you satiated. So you notice we don't have a protein in this soup, but that's okay because we have things like cashews in it to give it a nice healthy fat and make you feel full longer. So cashews are super nutritious. They have a lot of healthy nutrients in them. So they're an amazing part of this recipe. The lemon will give it a nice little, acid to balance out the other ingredients.
And we have about a wedge or a teaspoon of just the lemon juice as well.
The cauliflower also helps introduce some fiber into the recipe, which also aids in weight loss as well as digestion. So you have the cauliflower pairing nicely with the cashews and the turmeric. So once you add all of those, I'm gonna add 7 cups of water. I have this nice large measuring cup here. So I will do that in just a second, adding all of the cups of water to this bowl to then transfer to the pot. Or you could just transfer directly from the measuring cup to the pot. But this big one holds 4 cups of water, so we'll just do 2.
A teaspoon of salt and pepper as well for some flavor. I like to add salt and pepper freehand, not necessarily measurement. Everybody likes a little bit of sweet. Everybody likes a little bit of salt and heat differently. All right, so we want to make sure the consistency is nice and soft before we're adding the water in here. But it looks like I've got nice tender cauliflower and some nice tender cashews. So Grace, you can add the water into that.
Awesome. We're gonna do this in 2 parts just because we have a lot of water.
And this is gonna simmer on the stove for about 20 minutes as well, once the water is in here. You could either put a lid on or you can let it simmer. I like to let it simmer so I can smell all the good smells and scents that come from the turmeric and the garlic. And this will fill up the bowl pretty high. This is gonna be a more of a liquid-based soup, not so very thick and chunky as well either, because we are going to be blending it.
But that's also why it's so healthy, is that this is a water-based soup rather than something heavy like a cream-based soup, which makes it a lot healthier for you. You're not filling up on a bunch of empty calories or unhealthy fats by adding a bunch of cream and heavy ingredients. So.
Awesome. So we're gonna let that simmer for about 20 minutes and we'll be back.
All right, guys, it has been
20
minutes, yes. Sorry, brain fart. We are going to ladle the soup into here before we blend it. Here's why. Turmeric is very saturated. It can stain a lot of things, including your clothes, your cutting boards, all of your dishes. So rather than dumping it and making a huge mess right here, I'm gonna do it the clean way and ladle it into this blender. So I'm coming over here with my with my blender, and I'm gonna ladle the soup directly into the cup. Trying not to stain anything.
I want to hold it by the handle. It's gonna get hot.
That's a good idea.
That's what I'm here
You know
for.
what? Sam's always helpful, and she always has really good tips and tricks up her sleeve. She's like, I've been here before. This is not my first rodeo. I'm gonna help you out. She's a good friend.
I try.
And a great coach. All of the things.
You too. Look at you boosting me. Women empowering women. Love it.
That's why it's a support. It's all about the support.
Definitely.
Okay, we're gonna do a couple more ladles into here, making sure you've got all the, I'm making a mess. I was trying to not make a mess, and
But
you know what I
You're
did?
making a mess on a black stovetop, which is way better.
I did make a little bit of a mess.
More liquid into that.
More liquid. You just wanna make sure you have enough liquid because you have a lot of cauliflower and cashews in there, and the onions too, but you just wanna make sure you have enough liquid to blend it, especially since our blender is not crazy heavy duty. So you might have a more heavy duty blender that can handle less liquid, but for this case, it is nice and steamy in there. We're gonna put him on there. Make sure the lid is on super tight. We do not need turmeric flying everywhere. So we're gonna put this lid on super tight. It's gonna be loud, so plug your ears.
Hold on.
All right, let that steam out of there. And we are going to put it in our beautiful black bowl here. I have these beautiful little, they're called star anise. They look like a star, and they smell nice too. I'm gonna put these on top as a garnish. That is obviously optional, but it just makes it look a little bit prettier. If I can get my smoothie out.
A nice taste to it as well. It's like a licorice, but cinnamon and nutmeg all into one. It's very homey, and it goes great with the soup as well. Perfect, look at that. Not a drip, great.
Not a drop. So if you can see here, we've got our beautiful golden color, our healthy, warm, golden soup. So we are going to add our little star anise and float them on top. And 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful.
And there's your healthy, warm, golden soup.
Wonderful, it looks delicious. We're gonna let it cool off before we dive into it for more of those delicious recipes. Just click the link below.
Subscribe to the channel, check them out. We've got recipes for you, we've got desserts, we've got appetizers, we've got workouts, all of the things. So make sure to check out the other videos.
See you in the next